Hey everyone, so today I feel like a very clear message is coming through, and it's to do with regret. The usefulness and the uselessness of regret. Now, a girl called Deborah, and I want to thank her because it was about a year ago that she asked me about regret, and she was like, I see a lot of people will go, they regret nothing and blah, blah, blah. And it, like her just opening the space for that invitation, for that question, it really stuck with me, which obviously I must have like a relationship with regret to have and cultivate an understanding of it. It's just took a long time to kind of go, well, why do people not regret things? And like, why do people say that regret is useless? Because me personally, like I've experienced things in my life that from the moment I've done something and they've led to consequences that have kind of gone against me and the things that I want and the things that I desire, that in the moment I have regretted it. But to move forward and moving forward in my life, I've been able to let go of those regrets because ultimately it's led me to a place that's a lot more beautiful than I would have previously seen when I was feeling the emotion of regret. The reason regret is useless is because ultimately, like when you understand that your life is a journey, that the journey will lead you to higher and greater places than when you feel the regret. And this is me personally, like some people may have a different relationship with regret, but this is my relationship. When I felt regret, I've been in a space which I thought was the be all and end all, and I've gone, oh my God, I've ruined it, I've regretted it, and or I've left things unsaid, and later moving forward I've regretted that. But in the long run, I don't feel the need to hold on to regret. And ultimately, I'm not 80 years old. I'm not lying on my deathbed. I'm 33 and I'm using the wisdom that I have now. But where you can use regret is that ultimately regret is an emotion that has been triggered from an action that's gone against what you actually want. That regret was meant to be installed at that point and that moment because you needed to have a memory installed in you so that moving forward, you know what it's like to not choose actions that go against your personal desires, like your true personal desires, or that you've been led by fear or you've been led by something that was an illusion. Because how many times have we acted on illusions like fear, and fear is not real? Like I've done it so many times. I am the queen of acting on illusion. So how I've understood it now is you needed a certain experience to be installed in you to know that you need that moving forward, because that's no longer an action that you need in the future. Does that make sense? And the universe really needs you to understand that through installing an emotional experience. Holding regret for a past experience is futile and it's pointless, because whatever has happened has happened. Whatever has happened was meant to happen, because ultimately our lives are picked by us. Before we live them out, we pick them. We pick our lives. We pick the path that we want to experience. We are born and we forget it. But where you can use it is go, oh, so I'm on the verge of a breakthrough and the universe is trying to get me to know this by using that experience to go, I can use regret to go, What can I learn about myself so I'm better prepared for in the future, because I know I'm about to be on the precipice of change. Regret is highlighting the precipice of change. Regret is pointless for the past, but it's very useful for the future. That's my relationship with regret. Regret is not a negative experience. It can feel like a very negative experience. But when you understand that two truths can exist all at once, like regret can be useful and useless. It just depends on the approach of how you're looking at it. Because if you hold a lot of regrets, just know that regret will ultimately change your behavior going forward, because you've gone, I experienced this once, I never want to experience it again. Useful. I experienced this in the past and I cannot let it go. Useless. Regret is divine, and I don't agree when people say that regret is pointless and futile, because ultimately every emotion is needed. We just need to have the wisdom to understand it in the first place. But it's what's the perspective that we're looking at it, because one perspective can make it false and one perspective can bring ultimate truth. Using regret for the future, that's my spiritual understanding of regret. Use it wisely and go, how can I navigate and control my behaviors in future, and understand that I went against myself in those moments, and that's why I hold regret. It's always moments when you've gone against yourself. I'm going to leave it there because I feel like that was perfectly done. If you like my YouTube channel, obviously like, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to. Kimberly Rose Moon on YouTube, Kimberly Rose Moon on Instagram. And yes, I'll see you later. Bye.